color.
Group, and we are
Pulse. Can you keep up?
Pulse is a non-profit organization that holds workshops at schools in underprivileged areas. Our workshop incorporates a variety of fitness, health, and wellness activities that will lead to many successful lifestyles.
At Pulse, we truly believe that less fortunate kids do not have the proper access to the resources needed to live healthy lifestyles and pursue into successful futures. Childhood obesity is still a major issue in today's society. As of 2008, 1/3 of every child and adolescent was considered to be obese. That's 33%. At Pulse, we believe we provide an innovative method to fix this problem for our underprivileged youth.
The activities and sessions that we offer teach life lessons such as trust, teamwork, and goal setting.
With wind-powered energy to use for transportation devices, and our consumers would be anybody with who operates a transportation vehicle, such as cars, trains, other things as well.
Winter is unique. There is nothing like it out there, and it also reduces the reliance on gasoline.
One might ask, what is the product and how it works? The way it works, it is a combination of a wind turbine and electric generator, which would go on the outside or in the car. And the way it would function is while you're driving, the wind passes by your car, turning the turbine, thus generating energy.
We're just waiting for a video.
My name is Cameron Villadiego.
I'm Namita Money,
I'm Brina de Oliveira.
I'm Ayabid Awe.
And I'm Sarah Hajati.
and we are Rain Train.
Okay. Did you know the average household consumes 60 gallons of water a day to merely flush toilets? Enough to provide water for an entire village in a third world country for a week?
The amount of clean water used in 1 year to flush toilets costs families about $432.
The amount of water used in one flush could mean the difference between life and death for a child in a third world country.
Our solution to this problem is to use rainwater as a substitute, and we will use this rainwater, and she will discuss how we will do that.
This rainwater will be collected outside of a house at an elevated location, so that once this rainwater has been collected, it can be transferred to the toilets using the force of gravity and not at any extra power cost for the household or business.
My name is Stephen Hall.
I'm Madison McCall.
I'm Uncle Majal.
And I'm Aretha Pavlori.
Childhood obesity has more than tripled since 1980. In 2008, 1 in 3 children and adolescents were classified as overweight. Over 70% of Americans are obese, and over 95% of those Americans do not complete their amount of daily recommended exercise.
We propose a fun, innovative solution to this problem by directly minimizing childhood obesity at its roots. By utilizing groundbreaking technology, we seek to create an online social community with an achievement system to monitor a child's activity level. There are 2 fundamental parts of MOVE's campaign: the online social community and the physical product itself. Through the creation of an online profile, kids will be able to use a device that gathers information regarding the kid's exercise and use that information to provide incentives for them through an achievement system.
Our physical product is a wristband that will be worn by users to monitor physical activity. This product is very remarkable because of the available customization of the colors. It will be waterproof and shockproof, and is also powered by kinetic energy.
So the primary means of financing would be through grants such as through the ADA, as well as through large research and other large research organizations such as Georgia Tech and MIT. And we would also form partnerships with big businesses such as Google, AT&T, and these would help create apps, and those would also help market our, and they would also help with create some instant financing.
We're separate from existing competition, such as Nike Fit, and that we target young children and teens. We also offer a very unique award system to our users. Our primary target market would be coaches, health classes, and other fitness-oriented groups that involve children ages 9 to 14 years of age.
Thank you for your presentation. So you had mentioned partner organizations such as Google or AT&T, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but AT&T currently has something similar to that, the Life bracelet. You mentioned the target of 9 through 14-year-olds. So what are some of the things that you would do to target your groups, whether it's in marketing or the innovation, to set that aside from product that's already existing out there?
Right. We would actually go and we would send out informational flyers to school districts, and we would actually contract with schools through their health classes or PE classes, coaches, and we would connect, the two, and we would actually provide our product, give them the product, and we would create the online database that the students would use. And what they do with the wristband, they upload their activity to the website, so it's like a social network, so others, they can see their activity and their achievements that they gain through their activity.
Great, thank you.
Great concept. A lot of the blame for childhood obesity has been put with respect to entertainment mediums, TV, tablets, smartphones, and the like. So how can we as AT&T help minimize screen time and promote your program?
By helping us, by funding us to actually create the product and help us market it as well. Anybody got to add?
We actually tried to design it as sort of a video game, so it's actually like really interactive, and so children will actually want to use it. So
right. Our achievement system, determining your physical activity that you have to do during the bracelets on you, and once you upload it, you're actually put in for prizes based on how much activity you have done while wearing the bracelet. So that encourages them to want to be more active.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Give a Chance, Get a Chance is a private lottery company that funds second-hand or secondary education to counter the rising cost of college school and to get students to help out their community. We are a nonprofit that pays for itself. low-income families spend like an average of $645 each year with Give a Chance, Get a Chance. Their money will be benefiting the community.
Give a Chance, Get a Chance is unique because we don't use taxpayer money like some scholarships do, and the scholarship doesn't have a set limit because as more people play the lottery, the amounts of money coming in will increase. And we don't have a limited number of spaces that we can give out, as long as you meet the requirements that we have set, you will get a scholarship, you will get money. It also encourages students to give back because community service is one of our requirements.
So the money coming in will be evenly distributed or divided for all the funds for the scholarships, and also there's a website, and all the information will be provided for like anything that's needed.
Okay, the requirements for teens is a 3.0 GPA with 100 hours of community service, or a 2.5 with 150 hours of community service, and for adults it's 200 community service hours.
Okay, we plan to advertise our business on our website, on Facebook and other social networking sites, at gas stations, because many people go to the gas station to buy their lottery tickets, and we figure if they see our ads, they want to help us. And we plan to visit schools.
We also, the main part of this is going to be getting it off its feet, where we're going to need a lot of money. So we were thinking we would do partnerships with casinos because they have a local presence. It would give them good publicity that they're helping a nonprofit, and people already go there and take chances and play slot machines. And we would go to schools because they would give us the opportunity to reach our primary target, and local community service organizations because we bring volunteers to their doors through our service requirement, and they help get us off our feet. We'd also go with Boys and Girl Scouts and Rotary clubs because they could sell our tickets along with their cookies.
Before your time.
Childhood obesity has more than tripled since 1980. In 2008, 1 in 3 children and adolescents were classified as overweight. We received recent information from WebMD that over 63.1% of American adults are overweight. Over 95% of these adults do not complete their amount of daily recommended exercise. We are MOVE, minimizing obesity virtually everywhere.
As a nonprofit, we propose a plan to this problem by directly minimizing childhood obesity at its roots. By utilizing groundbreaking technology, we seek to create an online social community with an achievement system to monitor a child's activity levels.
Our model is advantageous due to the dichotomy that we have created between an online social community and a physical product. Our physical product would be a wristband that kids wear that monitor their activity that they complete during a day. It would come in a variety of colors. It would be waterproof and shockproof due to a urethane cover that it can include, and also its power could come from a variety of sources, including kinetic charging, solar charging, etc. This wristband that collects their amount of activity that they complete during the day would then wirelessly connect to our online social community. Kids could create an online profile, and the device would gather the activity that they do and transfer that to points that they can then use for an achievement or reward system online. This can also be monitored by teachers, coaches, or parents to help the kids stay as active as possible.
We're separate from existing competition such as Nike Fit, in that we target a younger target market such as young children and teens, and we also offer a unique achievement system, as we stated, to our users. Our primary target market is consisted of coaches, health classes, and other fitness-oriented groups that involve children from the ages of 9 to 14 years of age, and we will solely rely on our trusted partners and investors to help us achieve our vision.
A larger source of initial financing would be through grants, through organizations such as the ADA or other large research institutions such as Georgia Tech and MIT. We would also create partnerships with large global businesses such as AT&T, Google, and Apple, because these have existing products, and as they have app stores to make our product much more accessible. And we would also try to implement fitness programs at high schools and create partnerships with high schools, and that would also serve as some initial financing. We would also try to do pre-orders like those to video games, and that would also help with some initial financing.
We are Move, minimizing obesity virtually everywhere.
Thanks, guys. Couple questions for you. First of all, this is a crowded space, and so Virgin Health Miles does this as well as you mentioned Nike, and I know, I would like to understand a little bit more of how you're going to differentiate yourself. And then secondly, the price point for Nike Fit is about $150 and they can't keep them in stock. So if you're going to a demographic that you're going to, it's a pretty expensive price point. So how would you address those two issues?
Absolutely, I'd love to answer both of your questions. To begin, in terms of our marketability and affordability of our product, the technology that's available right now is actually rather inexpensive, and it is wanted. Also, with the target market of younger kids, we're hitting a target market that hasn't been addressed. For example, kids love to play, let's say, Xbox or their games online, and what we would do is create an online achievement system to allow them to continue to stay within that entertainment that they know, while wanting to stay active. But in terms of our competition, nobody has hit these younger crowds, and especially with subsidies from our partners, or the fact that we're developing this technology ourselves, and the fact that we're a nonprofit. We're not looking for revenue. We're looking just to stay active to be able to help the problem of obesity. So that's what sets us apart.
Thank you. You provided a great overview of your marketing approach. Can you also share your distribution channel?
Oh, I apologize.
You
were saying we did that well.
No, you did extremely well in terms of sharing your online marketing strategy and just your overall marketing approach. Can you also share more details on your distribution channel?
Absolutely.
We would contact the schools, like school districts, coaches, etc. Like I said, fitness classes. We would personally give them a call or send them a newsletter about our service and our product, and we would connect that way and see if they were interested in conducting business with us through giving us a call or sending back the newsletter.
The avenue that we can reach are virtually endless. For example, even places that we would never expect, like McDonald's, who serve fast food, they're trying to have a more healthy approach to their food. So let's say that we approach them, we said, look, we have something that could attract more customers to you, since this is trying to keep them healthier, and using them as a vendor partner or something like that, could try to allow us to get, to have as large of a distribution as possible.
I'm going to go outside the box a little. What was the hardest part of coming up with this concept? And the second part is, what was the hardest part of working together?
In terms of conceptualizing the product itself, it was hard to actually create the physical product. Right away we were already talking about the online community and how cool that would be for a kid to be able to, let's say, create an online profile and see how active they're being with long-term charting and stuff like that. But in terms of the product itself, it was very hard to try to realize what we would want, whether it's a necklace, a bracelet, or something like that, and how to market that to kids as best as possible.
And communication-wise, like how we work together, we actually, in the beginning, we didn't really know each other. And teamwork can be difficult. So first we started off with brainstorming all sorts of causes. We got a list of ideas. We each had our own little cause that we wanted to go for, but in the end, we did agree that this was a major cause that we all needed to address.
And also during our brainstorming process, we kind of had like a really big, broad idea, whereas we needed to narrow down our market and the accessibility of the website and stuff. Like we had an idea of combining it with this new technology called augmented reality, and all these other things that they're doing research right now. So we really had to get a strain on focusing on the technology now, so and like focusing on what market we want to target, so that we could expand later on once the new technologies and once we get our company established.
In addition, just to piggyback off of what Steven said, we didn't want something too broad where there's a lot of products that are already targeted to those purposes. We wanted something very narrowly tailored to a specific group, and especially childhood obesity. There's a lot of people who are trying to target more middle-aged people to try to stop diabetes and the health problems that they're receiving at an older age, but we really want to focus on the kids because of what we see in our communities ourselves.
And we also wanted to focus on a local problem because a lot of people try to focus on international problems, but there still are some problems in the United States, and we should also try to work on those as well.
Great. Any final questions from the judges?
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Good afternoon. My name is Nicole. This is Jake, Sturi, Morgan, and Olivia, and we are here to present to you our company called Winter, which is a combination of wind and turbine. The problem that we see in today's society is the overuse of gasoline and the negative impacts it has on the environment. To help this problem and to reduce the amount of gasoline being used, we have an idea to invent a wind-powered energy source that can be used to energize other transportation devices. Our consumers would mainly be geared towards those who operate these transportation devices.
Winter is unique. There's nothing like it on the market, and it also helps reduce the reliance on gasoline.
You may ask what it is and how it works. The device is a new patent-pending device that is a combination of wind and a generator, which will be onto your car. So it will be a wind-powered generator that powers a car and devices inside of it. How it works is when your car is breaking through the air, it creates wind. The wind is then harnessed by this generator, producing electricity to energize your car and the devices inside of it.
We will be targeting our product to green companies such as the Green Energy Resources and the Clean Energy Group, as well as transportation companies who may not have yet created a product that is eco-friendly and the middle-aged eco-friendly consumer.
Winter will also be covering the needs of many people by saving their money and the need of resources for energy for car companies and organizations and the middle-class people.
Our company is different because we provide a product that is free, reusable, clean, practical, and not like gasoline. You'll be able to see our product working, and we'll have accessories available to our consumers.
Our marketing strategy will focus on differentiating the hybrids that are out today versus the hybrid that we intend to create. The hybrids that are out today are still using an excess of gasoline, and we are hoping to substitute most of that gasoline in order to use instead using wind-powered energy in order to produce electricity within the car as well as for the car to be working. Also, we intend to use people in the green revolution, such as Al Gore, who are public figures who are supporting this idea of going green and helping the environment, to bring followers and bring people interested into our product.
We plan to get our money from car companies and green organizations.
The way we will make this happen is by investing in U.S. factories to create jobs and new jobs and the ones going on now. The technology that we create will help our cause because we will make a greener world. The future of Winter is endless because we can expand into many different types of transportation like buses, trains, and planes. Thank you, and go green.
Okay, that's a really interesting concept. So, talk to me a little bit about when you were conceptualizing this, the ideation process. Did you compare this to anything that's already on the market, such as normal wind turbines and where they're used, and how you think this could actually work on a car, an example in cities that don't have very much wind?
Right, well, the idea was that it would be a new hybrid car, and it would also run on gas, so the startup would be from the gas, but as your car is moving, it creates wind. When you stick your hand out the window, you can feel the wind going by. And this new turbine would harness that energy that's going by, so it would charge a battery, and it would hold that energy in the battery, and then it could be later used as energy for the car or devices inside of the car. And it's better than an electrical, like normal hybrid car, where it's half gas and half just electric, because this doesn't need like a electrical plug-in station. It can just be harnessed whenever your car is moving.
Let me ask a follow-up question. What do you think the startup cost for this would be?
Startup costs would be mainly geared towards development of the product, and definitely engineers, so they get, engineers are pretty expensive, so I would assume that around a couple $100,000 towards just the engineers that would develop this product, and then definitely when we're manufacturing it, a couple $1 million.
Our idea would be to present this product to a company who has a weak reputation with the green revolution, so that way they'd be more interested in making their company have a better reputation and get more customers based on their helping in the environment.
During the presentation, you mentioned or you referenced your car to say hybrid. So that being the case, who's your target market? Are you competing against some of the same folks who find the hybrids of interest, or can you tell us more about who your target market would be initially?
Well, we want to gear our target market towards, like Nicole said, the underdog, say, of the hybrid community. Like, say, there aren't, Lexus, you wouldn't think of them being as a hybrid car. Toyota has a hybrid car, and they're known for being green. So if we got Lexus to sign with us, they create the car, and then the rest of the car companies are going to want to be like Lexus. So we aren't definitely competing with the new hybrids that are out now. We're just enhancing them and bringing a new idea to the table.
And also, the hybrids that, like you said, they're being enhanced, so those who already have hybrid cars, we're still targeting them technically, because their whole point is to not use as much gas. So if we created a vehicle or a product that would help them use even less gas, I'm sure that would be something they'd be interested in. So so they would still be part of our target market, as well as expanding to other people as well.
One of the challenges with new technology is getting early adopters. So did you guys have discussions about who would be the early adopters?
Yeah, we had discussions about a bunch of sales pitches to different organizations, like green organizations, to raise capital for it, and definitely to, like I said, car companies that really need a new idea to get them ahead of the competition. So we would pitch our idea, tell them how it would help them benefit their company, and ask for an investment with them or a license deal.
So one follow-up question, was there any discussion around tying this with an app so that you could see personally what your, as your car did the job, what was going to come from it?
Yeah, there would definitely be something like, when my mom owns a Ultima, a hybrid Ultima, and on the screen it says how many miles per gallon you're getting because you're using the electricity. There would be something like that could connect to a tablet, your phone, or you could see it right in the car. The device could hook right up to a tablet or a handheld device that tells you how many miles you save, how much gas you save by using your wind power generator.
Any further questions? Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Chantel Stewart.
John Zelli.
Aaron Bros. Zach Miller.
Matthew, and we are
Pulse, can you keep up?
Pulse is a nonprofit organization that holds workshops in underprivileged areas. Our workshops incorporate a variety of fitness, health, and wellness activities that can lead to many successful lifestyles.
We truly believe that underprivileged children don't have the proper resources and do not have access to the proper resources necessary to develop a healthy lifestyle. Childhood obesity remains to be a major problem in today's society. As recently as 2008, 1 out of every 3 child and adolescents were considered to be obese. And we believe Pulse has created an innovative method through our service that can fix this problem within our underprivileged youth.
The activities and sessions that we offer teach life lessons such as teamwork, trust, and goal setting. We plan to incorporate technology in our health courses in order to offer appealing interactive education. We strive for each student to have fun, no matter their physical state. We offer a very convenient service, being that we bring our workshop to the schools. Not many fitness companies target underprivileged students. We do this because we know that they are the ones who usually lack the healthy resources. Everything we do is interactive and personal. Our student-to-trainer ratio is 10 to 1. We know that students can work better with people who they relate to. That is why we will strive to bring in guest speakers in each of our groups.
Our workshop will take place over a span of 4 hours, either before or after the students' lunch. We will strive to bring in professional athletes or someone that the students will admire to come in and deliver the motivational speech. Next, we will teach proper stretching techniques, which will help to prevent injury and as an alternate to alleviate stress. We offer 3 distinct courses. First will be a Trust and Life Lessons course, which will offer blindfolded obstacle courses, which will teach trust and listening skills. Next will be a fitness and relay course, which will include jump ropes, sack races, dancing, which will build teamwork, and it will also help to keep them active. Lastly, a health course we will offer that will utilize tablets as a way of interactive education, and it will teach healthier alternatives to traditional unhealthy food, because they may be underprivileged, so they don't get healthy food. So we'll offer that, and we will teach that in an interactive way. And in conclusion, we will teach them how to teach healthy snacks that they'll be enjoying.
Our service is directed towards children between 3rd and 8th grade. Our marketing plan consists of targeting school districts and advertising through social media. Pulse even offers 1 free workshop for a test run at each school district. We hope to receive sponsorships from fitness centers and healthy food stores, and even more funding from corporations, grants, and charitable donations.
At Pulse, we believe that healthy habits lead to a healthier mind, better decisions, and improvement in overall productivity. Pulse. You can keep up.
Thank you for the presentation. What we didn't see was anything about your financial model. Can you share?
Yeah, like you said, we talked about, obviously we're a nonprofit organization. To get funding, we want to go to organizations that have similar missions as us. Not necessarily nonprofit. By this I mean fitness clubs or healthy food stores, for example, like 24-hour fitness. Maybe we're in a Whole Foods, say, hey, we're running this service. We'd love for you to donate money or donate food or equipment to help us out.
Okay, thank you.
Give me an example of the track that you talked about during your presentation of trust and life lessons.
Well, an example of a trust and life lessons course that we will have, an event that we can hold in this would be a blindfolding course where we would have different obstacles that a person will go through. And it would be 2 people, one would be blindfolded, and the other person could lead them through without touching them. And that could teach them listening skills and how to set goals for themselves, and also to how to trust other people.
So basically, what we thought was unique was that these games keep them active, but at the same time, you're teaching them the lessons. Like she said, you have to trust when someone's telling you where to go. It's like the blindfolding thing would be one person out front, one person behind them, saying, hey, go left, right, and you have to trust that they're going to guide you the right way.
So who do you feel like are your top 3 competitors in this space?
I don't know of anyone that brings a service to a school to provide fitness tips and stay active. I mean, gym classes would be, I think our biggest competition would be the fact that a school might say, hey, we have a gym class, but at the same time, we're more than just a fitness and health service, allowing them to have fun no matter their physical state, no matter, like we said, if they're underprivileged. So, I mean, I would say a fitness class would remain conservation.
Any further questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Cameron Bodiega.
I'm Benita Money.
I'm Brenda de Oliveira.
My name is Ahmed Awe.
I'm Sarah Hajati.
And we are
Rain Drain.
Did you know that average household uses 60 gallons of water a day to flush toilets? That's enough to provide water for an entire village in a third world country for a week or more.
Did you know that the amount of clean water used to flush toilets costs families $432 per year?
Did you know that the amount of water that you conserve from one flush with our product can be the difference between life and death for a child in a third world country?
Our solution to this problem is to use rainwater instead of using purified water to fill toilets.
Our device will be elevated and located on the outside of homes and businesses in order to collect this rainwater and then transfer it to the toilets using the force of gravity versus power and electricity.
This can save a family 44% on a bill, which can be used to support your family.
It also burns less fossil fuels than a standard toilet that burns fuels to transfer waste and water back and forth.
It also conserves the land that would otherwise be used for water containment and sewage systems.
This system will also benefit the sewage system because there'll be fewer chemicals going to the water since the rainwater wouldn't be going through the same treatment as the purified water.
This process is also encouraged by the Build Green and Lead for Home's Green Home Rating programs, which will help businesses meet their environmental standards.
Philanthropy, for every 25 toilets installed, Rain Drain will pledge to install a water pump in an impoverished community that does not have access to clean water in Africa.
We plan to install our device in areas around America that receive heavy rainfall, such as Seattle, New Orleans, Houston, Miami, and the Atlanta area.
We will begin by installing our product in new buildings around the country.
We are
Rain
Drain. Conserve,
cost less,
and care for your environment.
Thank you for your time.
Great job. You mentioned that you're going to initially go into new homes, and so I certainly want to understand what is the typical additional cost for a new home, and then did you have costs for a retrofit?
What we have is actually, after doing research, we calculated the amount that a average toilet would cost to install in a new home, and ours is only $100 cheaper, and what it saves the family on their water bill is over $700 per year, so it is initially paying for itself within the next couple months of its installation.
So what about the additional external, like your cistern that you're collecting the water in?
I'm sorry?
You have the tank that collects the water and then the additional pipe, so you don't see any additional costs with that?
There will be costs for that, for which we will be charging maintenance fees, but essentially the amount of money that it saves these families after just 1 year is much, much higher than the cost of maintenance and installation combined.
The installation fees are included in that price that we came up. That's $100 more expensive than the normal toilet.
Additionally, we'll license this product out to companies such as Home Depot. And once this system is installed, every 6 months, there will be maintenance. I'll go and check the filter and make sure everything is going right in the system.
Thank you. If you can share with us a little bit more about your supply chain. You mentioned that there's a need and obviously a lot of the product will be deployed in Africa, but the water actually would be captured in various locales in the United States. Can you tell us about how we're going to get the water to Africa from the United States, or are there other countries and communities you're targeting?
We're not actually transporting the water to Africa. What we're doing is Africa is our philanthropy. So for every 25 toilets that we sell, with that money we will go and we will build a well in Africa.
And then we'll also raise money through events and fundraisers, such as on Earth Day, and we'll have events that, in which we will promote conservation of water, and we'll also use that to donate to the collection for the philanthropy.
Additionally, for the future, for the expansion of our company, since we are beginning to base in cities that typically have a large amount of rainfall, such as Seattle and New Orleans, we are looking to take rainwater from these areas and maybe take them to cities that do not experience as much rainfall in order to completely use this natural resource to its fullest potential.
We do realize that sometimes it may not rain, and if this is the case, we're just going to pipe it up to the way the standard toilet is piped.
It won't be completely replacing the current water system. It'll work kind of like solar panels does. While there's sun, it takes the energy and uses the electricity from that sun, but it also reserves. And once it runs out of that energy, then it resorts back to the normal electricity. So if we run out of water, there is still the normal system, but we are reducing the cost and the water supply significantly.
Really interesting concept. So do you consider this a for-profit company or a non-profit that also has a philanthropic side?
We're going to be a for-profit company, and as you said, we'll have a philanthropic side to the company, in which we'll be donating to funds and other causes that may have our best interest in mind.
And while we are a for-profit company, we will be saving households a significant amount of money. And a for-profit company will be, we will create jobs in a sense, as well as save these households money. And in the future, you know, we could possibly provide, you know, subsidies and tax breaks for households that have these devices installed in their home. So, you know, they're saving money, we're creating jobs, also making a profit.
We are also, in our philanthropic side, we're also saving the environment in a way, because we're using, instead of using purified water, we're using an untapped source, and in that way, we're not using it, it's not as wasteful.
Trust me, there's nothing wrong with a for-profit company, as long as you've got a philanthropic side. One quick follow-up, have you given any thought to what you think the startup cost for this would be?
We've talked about that, but we don't really know all the logistics of starting a company of this sort, so we don't have that answer right now, but we'll let you know.
We have considered like initially raising capital by selling stock, going ahead and just putting ourselves out in the market already, just raising capital for that. We don't have exact numbers, but we're estimating about, we are charging around $450 to $500 for our toilets. So it would just be the price of the engineers and then installing the toilets.
We can estimate maybe a starting budget of you know, tens of thousands of dollars, but these amounts can be generated by selling stock and thus expanding our corporation to having multiple owners and becoming even more well known in the community.
Okay, thank you.